So I'm not sure if you can see behind me Keyhole Cave. It's right where my elbow is. I don't know if I saw a person in there or if it was just my higher self speaking to me. You'll see the shadow on the left side. That's just a shadow. There's no cave there, and there's no cave up above. That's just a shadow. But over here, that's Keyhole. And I feel like if there isn't somebody in there right now, it's just a message from Spirit that I'm supposed to go back in there. I didn't think I would ever go back in there because of what took place in there. But I'm supposed to go back in there with my twin soul. So I'm telling you now, and I know now that when we go there, I'm going to be bringing like a little fold up something that I can climb on to get up in there without killing myself. Bay and I are off on a hike today. It's warm actually. Most people are wearing tank tops, but when we go, we end up going for such a long time that it ends up being cold, and I don't know. My body must be run down. Bea, come on. My body must be run down because, well, it is, because I'm weak as I'm walking along. I don't have the energy that I normally have, which I don't like. But normally when I'm tired, I'm cold. So for me to be able to wear this sweatshirt and not be boiling to death right now, it tells you my body's really under it. And after making the decision to stay and keep the house that I'm in right now, even though it's double the rent, go from $1,100 to $2,000, and my phone stopped ringing. And I know that it's not about going into a place of fear, because when my phone doesn't ring, the money doesn't come in. Unless I do private readings, which I've been getting. And I've been getting tips, which is really nice, because I hadn't gotten tips. And I thought, I said, I don't generally get tips. And he goes, well, you do now. And I said, yeah, I do now. And it's nice, thank you. He says, well, you freaking deserve it. You're dead on. And I am. So Spirit brought me money, right? But they're also telling me, you're tired. Your body's tired. I don't have the energy. I'm lumbering along here like, I was going to say like I'm 50 years old. Oh my God. Time keeps marching on. But it isn't about that. I know my daughter would say, you're getting old, Mom. No, it's not about that. It's because I allowed myself to get mentally, emotionally, physically drained, which drains my spiritual side as well. So when I am supposed to rest from my work, it's not always about sitting in the backyard in the sunshine and getting sun on my face. For me, this is resting. And because my body still wants to drop the excess weight that it put on for the winter, right? And not to mention, that excess weight makes it harder for me to climb trees and be spry. I guess we're going this way, Bae. I thought we were. We've been going that way a lot, and I really like it, but there's a beautiful trail in here, and I brought my deck so we can do a reading. And I brought another deck as well. Mine, as well as, I can't think of the deck that I brought besides mine. The enchanted map, which surprised me. I just put it away. I've been using it for my work, and I just put it away. And as I picked it up, it's a reverse deck. So, okay, see the shadow? That's Keyhole. I feel like someone's in there. There's a light in the center of the cave. You can't see it, but I can. But it's not moving. So it's just a light for me to go there once again. Not now. I don't have enough energy to climb into that. Not to mention she can't climb in when I go. So it's a reverse deck. But I said to Spirit, all right, but I'm not choosing reversals. I'm not choosing reversals. And everything that I say is always a message to myself. And once I begin these posts, these are musings as we walk along our pretty path. Bae, come on. They're also messages to you. Anything that is said is a message. in some way. For each person, it'll be something different, but it's important nonetheless. And it was interesting because somebody asked me, how do you handle it when you get somebody that's just droning on and on? And I said, I've had that. And as an Aries, it was always a problem for me because I like to do things quickly, right? Okay, come on, can we get on with it? Like, pretty much I can guess what you're going to say and you're taking an hour to say it. I used to literally say that, and I would feel that, and I would feel annoyed that I had to sit there and wait while they went and droned on until Spirit said to me, everything that is said to you is a message. It may not be the message that the people that are talking think that they're giving, but there's a message in it for you. Look for the message for you. It's back. There's a white figure in the middle of that cave. You can't see it either, it's too far, but I can see it again. It always comes up around Easter time. Rebirth, resurrection. So there's a message in that. There's going to be I've just had a rebirth for self, and there's going to be a resurrection. I know this is kind of creepy, but I think this is really cool. Juniper berries. My dog eats juniper berries too. They're good for us. So juniper berry might be something that you need. It's going to be something I'm going to put on in my diffuser when I get home, because Spirit has told me that. When I very first came to my place, I sat in the middle of the medicine wheel and I did a reading, and Spirit said, you need juniper berry. And I'm like, okay. And I literally boiled it and steeped it, and I used it in my water, and then I used it also in my essential skincare line that I made with the guidance of Spirit, that has the silver solution and the essential oils, and that was in it as well as a base. So right now I heard it again. You need juniper berry. So we'll look up the spiritual meaning of juniper berry as well, because there's all different meanings. I love the old apple orchards. It's sad, isn't it, that once upon a time, those were thriving apple orchards. Oh, there's a little mountain bluebird of happiness. Something wonderful is going to happen. You look so pretty in there, Bea. You really do. I'm not a desert dweller. You know, I'm not all about hot. But this is different. Right up against the mountains where you still have the forest. I love it. I love it now while it's cool. Somebody just called me this morning. They saw my post on Coffee Pot Next Door, and they said, I have a house in Cottonwood, 2-bedroom house. And I said, huh. And normally I would just reject it outright. I don't want to be in Cottonwood. Oops, sorry.
Just me.
Yeah. My point is to be here. But I didn't reject it this time. I said, what kind of flooring does it have? Does it have carpet or does it have tile? He says it's hardwood. And I said, good, because he says, you have a dog and cat? Oh, I'll have to check on that. And I thought, no, I'll have to check on that. And I said, what kind of flooring do you have? And he goes, hardwood. And I said, okay, good, because I like to keep my place very clean. I sweep and wash my floors at least once a day, if not twice, and I don't like carpet. So it's not about whether he is going to say that's okay for me. It's going to be whether I decide it's okay for me. And it might be that Spirit says broaden out. I don't know what's going on. They bought me a month of time to figure things out. But I do get from Spirit that I am moving in the spring. So I am not to push aside things that come in. If something comes in, there's a message in it, you know, even if it's just that I speak to that person. He lives on Sanborn and Rodeo as they call it here. And I said, is the house in Cottonwood or on Sanborn and Rodeo? And he goes, oh no, it's in Cottonwood. And I said, because I prefer that neighborhood. Rodeo and Sanborn. That's up by Thunder Mountain. Look how pretty that is against the blue. Ooh, love, love, love. Let's go hug it. It's time for hugging trees. Tree hugger. So, anyway, can't remember where I was going. I remembered where I was, and then I thought, okay, I'll go back to that. But see, I'm tired. So when you're tired, your mind doesn't think that quickly. So I'm not going to pick up on my cues. I'm not going to hear what Spirit has to say. And it's not even just that. I might not put things together. the way I should or would, or, you know, remember Spirit said keep an open heart and open mind. So I'm doing that in all regards. My best friend in Wisconsin said, you know, that farmhouse, 5-bedroom farmhouse with all that land halfway between Sturgeon Bay and Algoma is still for rent, $1,500. That's a pretty tempting offer. I spoke to the woman and she said she kind of wasn't sure on what she wanted. That's beautiful. She says, I don't know if I'm going to sell or rent. And I said, well, how long are you going to lease it for? She goes, I don't know. And I said, well, I'm not moving all the way to Sturgeon Bay, you know, Wisconsin, to find out. I got to find somewhere else to go in 6 months. So I had left it. And then Diane reminded me of it yesterday because a Black Panther came up for sale in her antique store. And as the Panther totem, she's sending it to me as part of my birthday present, which is super cool because I was going to buy it. So that was cool. So my mind and heart are open. There's also another big character home called Bliss in Sturgeon Bay that right now, the bathroom, the tub is ripped out. There's only a sink. There's no shower. There's a toilet, I think. Yeah. But it's a character home. It's right in Sturgeon Bay. It's zoned for commercial use, but if they would zone it for split use, I've already said I'd like to lease it, and Diane talked to them. So I don't know, right? I said this is where I want to be in Spirit. If I'm going to stay, give me a crystal. And they gave me a crystal. So I am staying at least another month, but who knows what happens after that, right? Keep an open heart and mind means keep an open heart and mind. Okay, so Sugarloaf Loop Trail is that way. Teacup Trail is down this way. There's some people, so I don't want to go where they are, just for respect, because it's fun to do your own thing. I'll give you an overview. We've been down here before. When it was snowing, Bay and I came along here and I couldn't see the trail. So I just went where it was open and the trail was right down there. And we were up here and then we started scaling down the wall to get to the waterfall. So the trail that I want to go to is going to wrap down around there and through there where those people, I don't know if you can see them, they probably look like ants to you. That's what's so majestic about this. Sedona is just majesty. Look at the size of the people. If you can even make them out, they're like ants. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I don't know. What if I packed my stuff up mostly and took some of it to Sturgeon Bay for the summer? And then when it got cold again, made arrangements to come back here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm instead of being worried that my phone isn't ringing, oh, look it. I got a yes for that. Fork in the road, which way are you gonna go? Bea. I've always said that. I'd like to have a place. I said I'd like to have a place in California and I'd like to have a place in Sedona. But I've also said I'd like to have a place in Wisconsin and a place in Sedona. That would be the ultimate, actually. Because even if I stay here, my landlady is renting a 3-acre place out in Cornville, the one that owns the house that I'm renting at this point. And she wants my trailer off my property pronto. And so I was kind of scrambling to try and figure out where that would go. And she said, actually, there's 3 acres here, so you can probably stick it here somewhere in some corner where it doesn't have to be such an eyesore. And I thought, that's too bad you think of it that way, because I think it's adorable. It's not an eyesore to me. I don't really like it going to a place where that's how it's viewed, you know? So we'll see what's up. So I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm gonna come back on and I don't want the battery to be gone when I go to do the reading. Hope you're having a beautiful day. If I can help any of you with a private reading, dream analysis, long distance Reiki healing, or anything else that's offered on my website. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. I am Sherry Columbus, SherryColumbus @yahoo.com. It would be my honor. I am confident that I will be able to guide you in the appropriate way as Spirit works very closely with me and I work very closely with Spirit. Talk soon. Peace.